What is up? What is going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the O.O.C. Got Roberto in the house and Monkey Man in the house. How we doing, guys?
Nzo was licking his chops, ready to bust me.
Man.
Late again. I came in just as the intro was started, and I said, "Wata! Here I am."
Well, technically, man. I mean, you still were late, right? Because I had to put it back 15 minutes, but I let it slide. Because tonight, it's this guy. I'm on him.
Take off my, I had to put on my Clark Kent, man. It's too busy taking care of life,
Oh,
I feel you, man.
100%.
That's what we call grown man business right there.
Didn't even get my heights on. Got to do some timeout again. And, take care of business because my feline chilling with me in my room, and I don't want to share my chronic with them,
No, I got you, brother. I got you, brother. You know what I mean?
Hold up on the good jokes. You guys could insult each other. And, I'll be right back.
I got you. Elihu is in the house. Dewan is in the house. And Dandelion is in the house. Thank you for popping up. Much appreciated. I'll let JG do the intro when Roberto comes back. Definitely got a good show for you guys tonight. Think it's going to be fun, interesting. We'll see how it goes. And first, JG has finally... Oh, no, he didn't. He forgot the ketchup chips again.
You know what? I didn't forget. I just didn't find any. So I will take this L right now. But I swore I've seen some, but I would take the L proudly. Unlike some people on this panel, I'm not going to move the goalpost and make an excuse. I just couldn't find the chips, so I would take the L. And I was going to compliment you on your attire. So I love the color, the hat. But when I see that caption underneath, oh yeah, well that trash outfit you got on, that.
You should have said that first, because now you busted yourself. Now you think it's fire. So I get it. I
didn't say fire. See, there you go. Put words in my mouth. Prove the goalpost again. I never said fire. I said I was going to compliment you on the attire. I didn't say it was fire.
Close enough. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Close enough. I get it. It's all good. It's all good.
Such more Peters than Superhead. Damn, man.
Yeah, for those of you guys, if you don't know who Superhead is, just go Google it. You'll figure it out. Was a video vixen back in the day, right? And she got her name because she gave some good head. I think JG just beats her. You know what I mean? So it's all good. Listen,
I'll be real. I never saw that. Well, I really never saw the fascination with Superhead.
Neither did I.
Never did. It's like I saw her interviews. I'm like, she ain't even all that.
Yeah, neither did I. But we are going to get the experiment today. Mr. Danny Graham should be in here a little bit later, and he has his Oreo cookie, and we are going to get to compare to see if the Oreo burns like the Canadians one do. And he said he was going to try it first. So if he comes in here and says he has no cookies, then we know it's fake, right? So we are going to find out what you Americans be eating over there, because I could tell you this: it's just not. It's you're the way you guys handle your food are way lax than we do here in Canada.
Hey, I'm still living.
Super Shifty Gism said it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superhead. Yeah, aka JG, brother. You know what I mean? You know. Last night, listen, I was coming with peace, but last night JG was like, "Oh,
hold up.
wait,
I
no, no,
gave you
no."
a compliment last night. I sat there and said you could put Nzo as Luke Cage. He would do a 10 times better job than Mike Coulter.
And I had to ask you, is that a compliment? Because my culture is garbage. So you compare me to garbage pretty much. Oh yeah, I'm looking to do better than trash. Ooh.
I say you'll do a better job. I would actually watch a Luke Cage show if you were Luke Cage.
I would
And
do a
not
better job.
complain.
I would do a better job. That dude
Exactly.
is ass. He is fucking
I
trash.
can't stand
He is
that dude.
trash. But you know, all I said in the chat, I just said boo. No, what did I say? I said cat. No, I said something in the chat. And JJ was like, "Oh, Wednesday night, it's on and popping. I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna get you." Blah blah blah. And now we here on Wednesday night, and he got no material. Like he
That's
got
okay.
nothing.
Because you know what the night is? The night is on Negro night. Every dog for all the times you cut me off, from all the time you talk trash, on Negro is on tonight.
All right. So what I will do is I will bury the hatchet for tonight, and I will be extremely nice to JG tonight. You know what I mean?
I am
Anzo,
medicated with this medication right now, so I'm not gonna go as hard as I want to.
would Anzo wear the original Luke Cage suit? Absolutely, I would.
You have to get a 3X.
Yeah, something like that. I you know, I can fill it out. We good. You know what I mean? You guys don't want me to take off my shirt. I got like the you think muscle Roberto's big over there? Nah, I take off my shirt. You guys are gonna be like, wow, I didn't know I had that under him. Obviously, I'm
Yeah, you on
lying, but
that? You on that? What's that line in that? Fuck, don't worry about it. Keep going.
you see what I gotta deal with tonight, guys?
I can. Break your neck. Break your neck. What did he say? What do you say? Built like Schwarzenegger? That's a damn
Yeah,
lie. That's a damn lie.
that shirt was
That
fire.
man was
Yeah,
about 5'2" and about 300 pounds.
he said hello. What up, Shifty? Give him thanks for popping in. Much appreciated, guys. Always a pleasure. You know, we're definitely gonna get into a few things, but Roberto had to get his heights on, so we gotta wait for Roberto to come. You see, this is black people stuff. You know what I mean? They can't come in on time. We have our own definition of time. They call it CPT time. You know what I mean? Like if I had a panel of white guests, white hosts, white co-hosts, man, they would be in that back room before I even got there. Be like, yes, sir, we're ready to work. But no, these lazy ass ends just sit here and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna, you know, go when
Oh,
I
I
want
tell
to
you who
go.
had the worst CPT time. If anybody I've ever streamed with, and I love her to death. But Ashley Widow, oh my God, her CPT time. Oh my goodness.
I can agree with that.
Her CPT time.
I can agree
Don't
with
get me wrong,
that.
when she got here, she was on it. Like she was on the pop and ready to roll. But damn it,
100%.
it would be like an hour. We started
Yeah,
streaming at 4, it'd be 7 o'clock by the time we start.
yeah, 100%. I agree. Ashley, what up?
I say it out of love, Ashley. I say it out of love.
Absolutely. What up with them not listing Monica Rambeau's name in the Avenger cast when Beast and X-Men were listed? That and there was someone else I noticed was missing too. And I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting.
Uh,
I think they're just gonna add more people to it later
yeah.
on, 50, to be honest with you. Roberto, where can they find you, sir?
Right here, Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, with my boys down, JG, Big Afford Entertainment, getting shit off our chest like we do, you know?
100%. And we gotta before we get into the topics, Roberto is going to have to tell us something because he messaged me today and was like, "Guess what? I may be joining the No Fly Club with Anzo. It's a club of one, but now I may have two. So we're gonna get into that
So you
information.
about to have 3. That's what I'm saying. I'm ready to take a drive. I'll take that 5-day drive to get somewhere.
Look at that, eh? Look at that. GG. Do your thing.
JG Shaolin Terrific, the undefeated, undisputed final boss of the 36 champs of Shaolin. Why? Thank y'all for tuning in live this upcoming Fire Stream Wednesday night with the host Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of the Split King, and the Professor of Ganja. And no, look, everybody, all that glistening on the skin, that is shark semen. He uses shark semen for lotion. Now I can have no words put in the caption, but I'm going to say it anyway. His lips, that's pig shit lip balm he has on his lips right now. Alongside the coast, Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Chipper did the 18 Gwen Diary. No woman, no cry. And you see that also? That's how you do fashion right there. You look at Roberto. You can learn a thing or two from him when it comes to fashion. I love that. That's something I will wear. So literally, I'm being real. That's something I will wear right there. That shit Nzo got? Nah. Nah. You can also catch me Tuesday nights when me and my homie Super Wide do the live watch parties with Daredevil. Last episode 5 and 6 was about time he's in a suit. Spoiler, yes, I don't give a damn. It's about time he got in that suit. And check out my uncle on the GGC. He's still working on some things, but when it gets done, it's going to be on. And let's not forget, he's coming later. The amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour. Look at this hater right here. Look at this hater right here. This is real deal hater right. And he's watching. What is he? No, go back. What's that in the background you're watching? What's that? You Wizard of Oz shit? I know that big nose woman anywhere. I know her from anywhere. One of the finest police officers to ever grace these United States. Simplify himself. Dr. says the illest because he suffers from that realness. If you smell what Danny's cooking.
So, listen.
Negro. I told you it's going to be Negro night. Look at that background, Roberto.
Okay,
look at that background, Roberto.
Wait. No. Wait.
You might as well let Bardo be on there. You watch that crap.
You guys
can blame it on. You can't blame it on. You can't blame it on the cat.
So, just and you guys can rewind. J&G said he had no material. It was gonna be like, and then as soon as I said, okay. And then as soon as I said I'm going to let it go and be the bigger man, JG did the intro and went off. All right, cool. I see that.
No, I had to do it. When I saw that caption, I had to do it. I had to do it.
Two-faced motherfucker. All right, I got
brings up the ratings.
He said, I've never flown. Me neither, and I never will. In an airplane I should be given, never flown in nothing. Absolutely, 100%. Roberto, you got to give me the info, bro. What happened?
So, took a flight to the great US of A. Unfortunately, it wasn't for a good cause. It was for my wife's first cousin's funeral.
Oh, man, sorry.
And it was a sudden flight. So my wife booked it. Going there, it was Montreal, Chicago, Texas, Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I must say the Windy City is a true statement for Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we landed, I could say it was quite bumpy for the size of the plane we were on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But coming back now, that was the kicker. Somehow, some way, we ended up doing Austin, Texas, Atlanta, New York,
mm-hmm.
New York, Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what the fuck? We're not in Europe. My wife's like, I don't know what happened. I fucked up. So, from Texas to Atlanta, it was okay. It wasn't that bad. There's turbulence, Every flight had turbulence. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Must say, Atlanta, you got a really nice airport.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Shifty. The flight
Dandelion
from... Thank you, Dandelion. My flight from Atlanta to New York, it was raining there. It was a bigger plane. When the pilot starts telling you, we're going to be experiencing some turbulence, that's not a good sign. It's not what I fucking want to hear, Oh, but don't worry. We're in a big plane. It can handle it.
That's what he said?
Yeah. So I'm looking around now, see if anybody's feeling like I'm feeling. Everybody seems to be pretty calm. Like, this is common now. Okay. Me and my wife were looking at each other. What the fuck? My wife's over there doing crosses and shit. I'm like, yo, all I'm thinking about is the news. Fuck Nzo. Like, doing up here, yo. Okay. We land in New York. 6-hour layover. Get on a fucking plane now. Hour flight. What is that? Hour and 10 minutes? We're going to be flying low. They're not going to hit high altitude for a little flight like that. What kind of plane are we getting on? Yo, Nzo.
Don't tell me.
We get on this plane, I hit my fucking head on the roof, man. No word of a lie. I think the plane held 45 people.
Wow.
With 2 seats. Yo, you want to talk about turbulence? I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to fly again. Really? He said, oh, we're going to be experiencing turbulence when we get to Montreal. And I know Montreal, we have some fucked up weather around now. It was like spring was around the corner. We're landing. I still don't see the city. I'm like, how fucking high were we? Like, how long are we dropping? I closed the blinds. I don't want to see this shit no more. Nzo, not even 2 minutes after I closed those blinds. That plane stopped by. I didn't even get up to look for my fucking luggage, man. I was like, I don't think I'm fucking flying again. I can't go through that shit no more, man. The weather up there is not like it used to be, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, that was some turbulence I don't want to ever experience again. We didn't leave our seats. Fuck, yo. I'm getting like my heart's beating right now. If there was like a heart monitor thing there, you guys be like, okay, enough, Roberto, enough.
You see, there's a problem, right? I can't, if I ever get on a plane, and I promise you, I ain't, it's not happening, you know what I mean? But if I ever get on a plane, I tell you guys, this is going to be me. This is going to be me. And this is why, so because if I get on a plane, it's not just going to be me, right? I'm going to be going with my girl, maybe the kid, whatever, whoever. They're not going to be my girl after that flight.
Shoot me! Yeah, I know you're going to shoot me now. Yeah, I'm going to be dying. I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
You're all hoping he has a partner.
That would be me. That would 100% be me. I'm going to die. Stop it. Trust me. No, I can't do that.
I think the air stewardesses or the male stewardesses, whatever they're called, they should have something they could sedate you.
Facts.
Okay, 100%. Let's do the flight now. Be nice and quiet.
Yeah, 100%.
Any babies got something to say? Hey,
100%.
Let me hear you.
Be like, take this. You know what I mean? Because you see, I can guarantee you, this Indian man got on the plane with his wife and kids, and they moved seats when he started acting out.
You don't even know how it works, Nzo.
I don't know this guy.
On some flights, they'll split up the whole family, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay extra to sit next to your people.
Yeah.
It's called extortion in the air. I'm telling you, man. I told my wife straight up, I'm paying extra to sit up front. We always end up in these fucking seats where we got to sit there and wait for everybody else to get off. They're standing in the aisle, taking fucking forever. There's a baby 2 seats behind us, just balling the whole flight. You see that when you're passing those people when you get it on the plane, Nzo? They're all smiling, man.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
All the leg room in the world. They know they're getting different food, different drinks. They're saying, yeah, man, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. What up, Danny? What's going on, brother?
Danny?
What up, Danny?
You're muted if you're talking. Can't hear you.
How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Shout out your channel. Tell the people where they can find you, sir. No, I guess I ain't shouting out nothing. Let me get off of this motherfucker. So why did I even come on here? Like, fuck that. I was on a bouncy flight once, and someone was saying their rosaries. They were so scared. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I've been way more comfortable with flights since I learned how planes work and how to fly one. Yeah, not me. Maybe this.
You know what? I say this, Danny, like, bravo. I'm already afraid of heights, and I wasn't afraid to fly. And this experience really wasn't something that was in favor of flying. I could tell you that.
Yeah, but you're a traveler, though, Roberto. Isn't it gonna be hard to fly? Oh, Danny got the.
Well, it's going to be hard to travel right now, I'll tell you. Thank God there's fuckery going on in the world that's causing our dollar to be worth next to nothing. So any investment's going to be done. It's in the homestead, yo.
Danny is here. What's up, Danny? Shout your channel and let's see this American Oreo.
The Road to Wisdom capture you on Mondays and Fridays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dun, dun, dun.
Will it burn?
Oh, it's burning. It's burning. Yeah, what's that blasphemy now, Nzo? What's that blasphemy now, Nzo?
It just went out.
It's it burned. That's all. We didn't say it had to be on fire the whole time. You said it had to burn.
Well, one thing, it stink when it's burning. Good, great.
yeah, mine stunk too when I did it. Danny made sure he brought probably tried it before, brought the cheapest brand he looked at the ingredients, and said, okay, yeah, this one looks like it will burn.
I said, let me order these Oreos from Canada.
I always pony up for the
ballers up on here burning food while people out there are starving. Come on, guys.
Oh, that's one cookie because that pack cost me
that one $5. 2 or 3 people, man.
Well, they'll be okay.
Facts, 100%. Glad you could make it, Danny. Appreciate you popping in.
I never flew first class. Never.
What's that?
I never flew first.
Well,
me neither.
The reason why
that kind of money.
But Danny,
yeah, go ahead.
You ever look at their faces when you walk past them?
Man, they be on cloud nine.
People in the first row.
I don't get to see them because first class usually to the left. But I turn right to the poor people's seat. I don't get to see them people in there.
No, I see them. I walk past them because if there's two lanes, either lane, like you're either in A, B, or C, or E, F, G on the other side, but you got to walk past them. And every time I walk past them, those people are happy, man. First thing I look at is, damn, look how much leg room they have, man.
Yep. You walk by there like, look at these peasants walking past us.
You know where you got to sit to get leg room, Nzo? You got to sit in this row. It's called work for free, bitch. It's called row 13. Shit don't recline or nothing. It's like you're sitting on a stretcher.
I'm also on different planes.
The stewardess comes and sees you and gives you and your partner next to you some instructions. They don't give anybody else on the plane. Okay, so Nzo, hear this. You work for us now. We ain't paying you. This plane goes down. It's your responsibility to open this door and do the job.
Oh, yeah.
But you know that row I'm talking about?
Yep, like the middle of the plane kind of thing.
I guarantee you sit in that row, you're leaving the plane with a messed up back.
Listen, you guys can talk about sitting. I ain't sitting nowhere on a plane. Not happening. And Danny Roberto just said he came back from a flight and he might be joining the no fly club, my club where he's not getting on a plane again. I doubt it 100%. I know he said that because of the experience, but come June, I'll be like, Roberto, what's up? Oh yeah, man, I'm just on a vacation with the family. Like, yeah, I got
You just talking today in the
in
gym.
Vegas.
That shit.
My boy's gonna go watch the new.
I was down by you, not far from you, man. Austin, Texas.
No, that's way on the side, bro.
That's on the other side, man. That's like Midwest.
I'm just saying, I'm in the USA, man. Same shit you guys gonna do in Canada.
That's about a 14-hour drive, but that's like from y'all to Vancouver.
Man, that's one big ass state. Oh my god!
I drove from coast to coast by myself. It takes 3 days, and that's driving from
Texas.
No, Texas take 1 day, but from drive from the East Coast to the West Coast by yourself takes 3 days. I start at 7 in the morning, drive at 10 o'clock at night, go to sleep, get up at 6:30, get back on the road at 7. It takes a whole 12 hours to cross Texas, from East Texas to West Texas.
You know how T-Dot
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I done done it 3 times.
The T-Dot X Games version. Man, these guys got massive highways. The speed limit is 75, 80 miles an hour. You're doing that speed and people are passing you at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, speed limit is 70 on interstates.
So. No, it was 75. I was on the 183, 75 miles an hour.
In South Carolina, it's 70.
What?
I say in South Carolina, it's 70, and then we give you 13 miles over. Anything over that, you get a ticket.
Over here, you get 20.
20 miles over?
Yeah, I even put it to the test in New York State, but I was doing 18. I was doing 18 and they let me go, but my boy, he thinks he's bad and shit. He always wants to prove a point, and they got him.
Yeah, Dandelion said it takes longer than that in Canada, 5 to 6 days minimum. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
It takes 5 days to get to Vancouver?
5 or 6 days, something like that.
To drive?
Yeah,
Lord.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And it ain't a pleasant drive, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, no. No way I'd be a truck driver that boy. I'd be like, no.
Yeah, it takes about 3 to 4 days to get to Alberta, about 3 days to get to Alberta.
To get from one side of Montreal to the other side, how long does it take?
So if do you mean Montreal or to get from Montreal?
Quebec?
Y'all live in Montreal, right?
Yeah.
So
but to cross Montreal from the east side to the west side or from north to south.
Yeah, about 6 days.
6 days?
Across Montreal?
6 days? No way.
Oh, you're talking about just Montreal itself?
Just Montreal.
Yeah.
I would say, well, you got to take traffic into consideration. If you're telling me I just have a free road to drive from east to west,
yeah.
Montreal, I would say
12 hours?
6 hours, 7 hours,
Yeah,
not even
like that. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not even because it takes 2 hours to get to Ottawa.
Montreal ain't that big, Montreal ain't that big.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Montreal's an island, But if you want to talk about Quebec, our province, like considered like your state, yeah, that's a good 6 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. Canada is huge. It takes 6 days to get from Montreal to Vancouver. Oh my God,
that's a long ass drive. Like it's like one end of the map to the other.
So if you fly, that's going to take at least almost 12 hours.
It's a long flight.
Yeah,
from East Coast from New York to California is about 5 hours.
Yeah, it takes about maybe 8 hours flight. Dandelion, how long does it take?
I've never done it, but I know it's a long flight.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So Vancouver is more.
It's a really long drive because I have two friends that did that drive.
It's more rural.
And they drove to Edmonton.
7-hour flight.
They didn't even drive all the way to BC.
Your mic is off, Nzo.
Oh, appreciate it, Donnie. Appreciate it. In a second.
This mic is off.
You're gonna hear the difference now.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Maybe 8 hours. Man,
he's got more airtime than me. He could pick those shit off. I'm still.
Yeah, JG should know it though. JG should know.
I don't care. Struggle. Struggle.
Bitch.
Man, you guys are killing me, man.
Bitch ass.
Oh shit.
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
I got a few jokes for you guys. Check this one out.
And girls except black girls.
Good Lord.
We don't give a fuck. Did you really think we cared? We definitely throwing you back, okay? Nobody's checking for you.
And just this is the guy that said he don't like.
Oh
black
my
girls.
God.
Wow.
What the fuck is that?
You love food, though. You tell that, don't you?
Facts.
Good Lord.
Facts, Daddy.
Like he got it. Like he can be picky. Man, you better take
You
it.
know what? Honestly, think about it, Nzo.
Yes.
There's some brothers who say the same shit. Are they racist?
Are they racist?
There's
So
some brothers who say I wouldn't get no white chicks.
so here's the thing I say, right?
I heard that's a preference.
That's what
Yeah,
they
it's a
say.
preference. I don't
You see-
like if he used the N-word, that's a different story.
But here's the difference, though, right? So you can have a preference, but when you actually say you're not gonna do it because of their skin color, then it's racist.
Yeah, you got a point.
You know what I mean? Like to say I have a preference, I like okay, I have a preference for light-skinned chicks, right?
When I was
that
on the
does, huh?
When I was on the prowl, it didn't matter. As long as you know.
Me too.
Right, that's what I'm
Me
saying.
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like if I'm saying like, oh, I have a preference for like I said, but light-skinned girls, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna date white girls or dark-skinned black girls, right? It's just that's a preference. But when you actually say that you're not dating that race or ethnicity because of the color of their skin, then yes, that's racist to me.
So you call it when you like somebody got a big trunk and somebody don't like a flat trunk? What do you call that?
That's a preference.
Yeah, big booty preference.
Yeah, but that's different though. You're not discriminating against someone because of the color.
I just straight up said it. Big booty preference. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? Because it could be white, black, Asian. You know what I mean? As long as the booty's big, that don't matter. You know
exactly.
What I mean? We're just not doing the washboards. You know what I mean? We're not doing that.
Some of us like.
Can the big booty override the looks and the personality?
Back kick from a black girl. That's why he doesn't like them.
What's that?
I say he probably got a spinning back kick from a black girl.
Oh my goodness.
Jabba the Hutt sneaking up on his sister. Hey, baby.
I got another one for you.
All these cooking shows, you don't know how to cook, right?
You think from watching all them pornos, you know how to fuck.
Oh, Lord.
Wait. Rewind that.
You want to hear it again?
Boy, she hit him with a gut punch. Still,
You think from watching all these cooking shows, you don't know how to cook, right?
You think from watching all them pornos, you know how to fuck.
I don't know if he's more embarrassed by what she said or the fact that she caught him watching it.
Boy, that's man down right there, boy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, you know what I mean? You gotta be careful what you say. Trust me. Said Chuck the judge. I fly with WestJet, and all the flights stop in Calgary on the way, so I always have a layover. I got you. That dude isn't dating any girls.
It's worse. This boy, the layover in Chicago.
Only two American airlines this trip. Like we booked with Air Canada. But then they put us on Southwest Airlines, and then they put us on Delta. I said, fuck, what's going on here, man?
Your Delta's usually the one I go on.
They're trying to incorporate you into the 51st state, bro. Just go with it.
Here we go.
Yeah, Delta United.
Here we go. You know, there's cheerleaders everywhere. Huh? Everywhere you go, somebody just promoted that shit, huh?
Facts, 100%. 100%.
I don't.
Right,
real talk. I don't think it will happen. But if it's gonna happen, the right two in charge now, buddy. Because I don't trust them suckers at all. He got more money than God.
Facts, 100%. You
Well,
know
I
what I
can't
mean?
wait to get to our topic and tell you why we won't become the 51st state.
Can't wait for that either. And check this one out. One more.
Balls. My Best Friends Are Balls by Jen Genevieve. When I wake up, my best friends are right there next to me. When we go anywhere, we go as a 3. I help them feel better when they're feeling blue. Although sometimes I tend to block their view. We can't see. They help me when life gets hard.
Wow.
Yo!
You can
Who wrote
do
this?
it. Our home is cozy and warm. We like a tidy yard. It's a bit of a squeeze when we try to sit on a chair. My best friends can grow some really curly hair. Sometimes we all get kisses, and that's very nice.
They are.
Don't forget the best friends, ladies. Cannot leave them out.
Wow.
We all look smaller when it's as cold as ice. Sometimes my best friends can get sweaty and begin to reek. But we love playing games like hide and seek. My friends can get itchy and need a good scratch. They can kill lice, which you can catch. No one will play with us now. They laugh when I put my hat on and watch me struggle. Help!
Can't be for kids know
They
this
help me
now.
feel better when I get scared of the dark tunnels. You can do it. We'll be right outside waiting for you.
Wow.
Despite their bad points, they are my besties. It's true. One to the left, the other to the right, stuck together like glue.
Fix it, Lord.
I swear these kid books are getting crazy, bro. If that's a real book,
This is in elementary school.
If that's a real book, somebody need their butt.
Yes.
Put that in
Facts.
school.
What is the progress? Hell is this? Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. I swear, the things you can find on the internet is unbelievable.
Did
There's
you saw
another one.
them DJs upset you?
Oh yeah. I
Them
see
two little
those
boys was tight, boy.
Yeah. That shit was fire, 100%. I had actually ones too. I'll show them later too. Not that one, but a couple of other ones. Last week I played the Biggie and Old Boy remix. That shit was fire.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was fire. All right, guys. So we're gonna get into the first topic, and the first topic is about your girl, Jasmine Crockett, and she is getting some heat. Do you guys know why she's getting some heat?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, I played it to
Get in line, Nanny.
Her right there.
Oh, it's her.
Yeah.
Our girl.
Yeah, our girl. Listen to this.
Because we in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes. And,
So she said Governor Hot Wheels. Supposedly the governor over there is in a wheelchair.
Come on.
so she called him Governor Hot Wheels because he's in a wheelchair. So she is getting a lot of slack for that, right? Like people are attacking her. I'm going to show another video first. Hold on. Where's the other one that I have here? Where she?
You ever heard that saying about you your own worst enemy?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She's becoming her own worst enemy.
I agree.
Because she has the intelligence and the education, but she don't have she put too much ghetto in that stuff, bro. It is not going to do well with the white vote, the white demographic, in my opinion.
She said heat from creative editing. That's a good point, Dandelion. I didn't think about that actually, the full video. But I mean, I guess she would have, because here's another video, right? Now they tried to say that she was getting charged for assault or some crap, but I didn't see anything about this. But watch this one.
Hello, Congresswoman.
well, that sounds like fun.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett. Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Would you like to clarify your comments?
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence at the Tesla?
So she's getting a lot of slack for that. You know what I mean? And
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, shouldn't she?
No,
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, before you start,
yes,
push away what she looked like.
No, yeah.
If that was Nancy Pelosi doing that, it might be a different 100%. Story.
I'm gonna show you why. Remember this?
I remember that.
By a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
That reporter he is talking about is Serge Kovaleski, who now works for the New York Times. As you can see right there, he suffers from a chronic condition that impairs movement of his arms.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Written by.
So that's my point. So it's okay for Donald Trump to make fun of people who are disabled or whatever. No one says crap. Well, I mean, the right, they're like, yeah, it's okay. But when Jasmine Crockett does it, it's a problem, right?
So why are we surprised though? That's
anybody. This man
could double standard.
Wrong.
Hold on.
Well,
go ahead. First, Roberto, what were you saying?
I said this man could do no wrong. He lies, pure, blatant, simple lies. No one questions his lies, and if they do, they're fired.
Mm-hmm.
They all back him up. They all say stuff that they're like bots programmed to say because it makes no sense. And if that's the case, we're in bigger trouble than we think.
Facts. And you were saying, Danny?
I said I'm not surprised because the double standard truly lives here. I did a video earlier this week. I deleted it, but 10 years ago they were up in arms because Barack Obama wore a beige suit to a press conference, and they said it wasn't presidential. Then the reporter clearly shows not only did Barack Obama did it, but Biden did it, Clinton did it, and Ronald Reagan did it. But because he did it, you said nothing about it. But if you go in there and punch in Barack Obama beige suit, it got about 50 different clips where reporters are going crazy over it. And it's not fair, it's not right, but that's the world we live in. And in my opinion, Jasmine, her name is Jasmine, right?
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett, yeah.
She has the intelligence to do it. And she should, in my opinion, role model herself after how Barack Obama always kept his cool. I ain't saying I agree with everything he did, but you never saw the brother sweat. He always was presidential. Now, once you get there, then if you want to do some crazy stuff, you can do it. But she's not going to get there with these antics, doing the dancing down the hall and all that kind of stuff. I don't see her getting the vote.
Do you think her reaction, like the reaction she's getting, would be different if she was white?
Probably, because look at that white lady that put her finger in the president's face. Ain't nothing happened. I mean, she like scolded him, put her finger in Obama's face. You were not da-da-da. Then one guy threw a shoe at him. So, unfortunately, some people have different passes and privileges that some of us don't.
And JG, your thoughts?
Well, what Trump did, of course, was egregious. He shouldn't have done that, period. Jasmine Crockett, what can I say about her? It's going to come to a point where we start to see a point where, like Danny said, you can be your own worst enemy, right? What happened?
Oh my God! I just read your thing.
Yeah, but Jasmine Crockett, she's becoming her. She's becoming her.
Y'all ain't got good sense. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Oh man. Well, she's become her own worst enemy. Yeah, she's saying a lot of things that we've said on here, and a lot of people are saying, right? But like anybody in a certain position, you're supposed to be the better of us. Right? She can't go to certain places and say things that we can say. We're just the average people. We can do that. Now, is it fair? No, because Trump goes around running his mouth saying all kind of stuff. So why shouldn't she? And they quote Cat Williams in his Pimp Chronicles when he's talking about Michael Jackson. Always remember, you're always gonna be an N-word to these people. Always. We can talk about races on one side. They're both racist on both sides.
Yep.
Left and the right. Democrats will want to pass something, Republicans will block it. Republicans will come up with an alternate proposal. It'll be the same damn thing. but it's reworded differently. And we'll be sitting here arguing about who's right and who's wrong. We'll be sitting here arguing about which plantation is the best plantation.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? Like, who's the better master, Mr. Candy or the other guy?
Wow.
Right? And we both slaves either way. So if I'm Jasmine Crockett, I would tread very carefully.
I'm gonna steal that one.
I would tread very carefully because let's say you do off chance you do get a position of power. I mean, she's a congresswoman, but gets even higher. And your party isn't the majority. You have to reach across the aisle to shake hands with people you don't always agree with.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing all this stuff right here. It ain't gonna
off.
look good. It's gonna tick people off. It's not gonna look right. And her going to look. I know a lot of people went to Rose College. There's some elitist, flip-flopping people. So when I saw that she went to Rose, I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of got to figure out how kind of person she is. Now you're in the spotlight talking about, you call Trump Putin's hoe, which we kind of all said that too in so many words. People around the world are also watching as well. What have I always said? When you're black, other people are watching. One person does something wrong, they put it on the entire group. The entire group. So what you are doing is going to go against everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I would need her. Exactly. So now what's going to end up happening now is, okay, you Elon Musk and stuff with him, right? Of course, I don't think any of us like him. Now we're going to see what kind of skeletons you got in your closet. What kind of policies do you have? What kind of proposals what kind of bills did you pass? What kind of bills did you put on the table? All those things are going to come into the picture. If you've done none of that, what are you going to look like? I just don't want her to be the one they push out in the forefront that look like a fool and don't get anywhere. You see what I mean? Because like Daddy said, she's way too intelligent for all that. She was right there doing all, I'm sorry, I don't want to over talk, but she was doing all that cursing and all this stuff, right? But when you're on a program with another person, like we talk about Kamala Harris, you kind of flip, you change your whole persona. So I would love for her to kind of just check herself a little bit, step back for a second, and regroup, because what she's doing, a lot of people hoop and holler and say, yeah, that's cool, yeah, sister, go for it. Most people ain't feeling that. Whether she believes it or not, a lot of people aren't feeling her, black and white. So I just want her, she's too intelligent for all that stuff. She doesn't have to do all that.
Man, I pretty much am going to take a different, I get it. I hear what you guys are saying. But at the same time, yes, that's exactly the type of stuff they need. The Democrats, they need someone that's going to go into the gutter just like Trump does. I get it. If she was a white woman, it would have been totally different. People would be loving her, because I heard when she was on the Breakfast Club that they asked her how come she's not leading, and she actually, like, they voted on who the leader was and they didn't pick her, right? So obviously there's a reason why they didn't pick her, right? But to me, I think that's what's needed, man. Yeah, go after these guys. Make sure they are accountable, and not only just accountable, but if they're gonna go low, then you go just as low. 100%. I am down for that. I get it. She will probably never be president doing stuff like that. But hey, at the end of the day, that's what Trump did.
Yeah, but Trump got two advantages that she don't. He's a white, he's a male.
That's right.
And also married on top.
On the social ladder, she's in the fourth rung. When I got married, we went to this class and it says there's white male, white female, black female in the social ladder. And the two furthest points is the white male and the black female. But then every metric, the black female is always in the fourth position. I ain't saying that's right. I ain't saying that's fair. I don't agree with it, but that is the reality of it. And if you're trying to get to a certain location, you can't cut corners getting there, or you can't have dirt in your closet, because when you start putting too much traction, get too much traction like she is, then they're gonna, it's all right if they shoot you, but don't give them the ammunition to shoot you. That's what I always preach to my guys. You're gonna make a mistake, okay? Let them find it. Don't give them the ammunition. Don't give them the rope to hang you. I think by some of her actions, she's giving them the rope to hang her because they'll say, "See here, she's dancing and cursing."
No different than the rest of them.
I agree, but the difference is her skin and her sex.
No, I'm saying that's what they're saying, that she's no different than the rest of them.
That's what they're saying. See that? Yeah, she's jumping around like a jigaboo or some kind of crazy stuff, which ain't fair. But unless she can actually get like a lot of the female votes, and I think she is polarizing to white females, because to me she comes off like the angry black lady, ghettoish. But she might get the younger votes, but I don't know if these young kids are going to vote.
Said maybe she doesn't want to be president. As long as her constituents are happy with her, she'll keep getting elected.
Well, I hope she does.
Yeah, me 100%. Me too. Because that's
one more quick thing.
Yeah.
Like I was all for that lieutenant governor for North Carolina. Man, look, you done stepping on that crazy stuff. But when you first hear him, man, he's blowing and saying all kind of stuff. But I just hope that she ain't get nothing that's gonna pop her in the butt.
Are you talking about the black guy there that you sent me one time?
Yeah, the heavyset black guy, lieutenant governor from North Carolina.
Yeah, the one that ended up talking about being a black Nazi. Yeah.
All right. I was like, man.
But again, that's politics, right? That's exactly what it is. They pretend to be something, and then behind closed doors, they're completely something else. And sooner or later, they get caught. Some of them don't. I think if you're more like look like us, you're bound to get caught a lot quicker than if you're not our demographic. You know.
But the question I got for you, Nzo, is she Papa Doc or is she Clarence?
I think she Clarence, honestly.
Because Clarence,
I think she's Clarence.
Papa Doc was one way in the street, but he really was Clarence. So is she really this, or is she just acting like that, try to be cool? I don't know her enough.
That's a good point. She could be, right? She could be trying to, I think what she would be doing, if anything, is appealing to people like us, right? Our skin color. Because some of us are like, yeah, that's what you need to do. Exactly, right? She's on point. She's going at them. You know what I mean? But like you said, like other like white women, they probably looking at her like, you know what I mean?
Her way ain't working. Her way might be as needed, but it ain't working.
And you see a lot of
she has the perfect blueprint. Barack Obama did it the right way. I don't agree with everything he said, and a lot of people don't agree with what he said in some of his policies. But the cat was presidential. The cat was always cool. I know when he got back in his room, he probably was cussing and smoking and doing that. But out in front of the camera, you ain't never saw him sweat. So I would try and portray that once I get my foot in the door and I am president, whatever. Then if I want to act, too late now. Next 4 years, y'all stuck with me. That's pretty much what Donald Trump doing, because he made a lot of promises to some of these people, and now they looking like, what in the world did we vote for? I can't believe I did that. Too late now. The next 3.5 years, we stuck with them.
And the thing is, can the Democratic Party give an alternative? I think that was one of Kamala's problems too. She didn't offer a good alternative, besides us saying that Trump is racist and all that stuff. What policy alternatives did you have?
She focused. I forgot who said it, but she was focused on first female, this and that. This is a term I use all the time. Show me the baby. I don't care about the labor pains. She's talking about the labor pains and all this. I'm the first black, first black. Okay, you may be the first female, but you ain't the first black president. And talk on it, because right now, all I want to hear about is these groceries, this gas, and my Social Security. They're my three things. Mainly the groceries. So these groceries are ridiculous. So if you ain't telling me nothing like that about how you're going to relieve that and put more money in my pocket and do some of these taxes, I don't care about you being the first female, first whatever your race is. I don't care about none of that. I care about my problems. If you're not addressing my problems, most likely you ain't gonna get my vote, and that's what happened to her.
And also, look at this. Even all this stuff Trump is doing that we don't agree with, Democratic Party still low as far as approval rating. people still aren't feeling, even though she's doing all this talking, they're doing all this stuff that they're doing, the approval rate is still low. Which means they're not offering an alternative to Trump.
I'll tell you one thing Trump ain't lied about that I see in my profession. These aliens, they are getting locked up at an alarming rate, buddy. Like it's gonna cripple the United States if something don't happen.
100%. But here's also the problem too, right? You got people who are like trying to do it the legal way. They are getting locked up too.
I'm saying we agree with
that's the problem. That's the problem.
You got certain directives I can't say. But I'm telling you now, like if an illegal gets arrested now in the United States and then you run through the NCIC, that's like the national computer that connects to every state. If you got any kind of history, it'll give you hit by your fingerprints. If you are flagged as an illegal, ICE is calling that particular jurisdiction, whether it's Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, it'll put a hold on them. We'll be there in 2 days, 12 hours, whatever the case may be. And they are taking their butt straight back to Mexico. I've seen like I've never seen it before in my 30 years.
And not...
Go ahead.
No, you first, because I got something to show, but you go first.
Yeah, this is a gas station right around the corner from me, right? And before Trump got in office, I always see Latinos going there all the time, right? They paying no attention. I'm like, okay, they working, doing their thing, right? So this guy elected, if I see two in there, I'm shocked. I don't see any. Even those who do construction, you saw all the time. So like, I hardly see any of them. So it's crazy, man.
It's crazy. Like I've never seen it before. Crazy.
What are your thoughts on the deportation of the illegals, Roberto?
They're breaking so many laws, and they're not going to be held accountable to it. It's like I can't believe it's true, or I can't believe what I'm seeing is happening. I don't know which phrase you want to use. Either one is usable, and it's fucking mind-boggling. Some of these people, like they said, some of them, yes, it makes sense. They still have to be found guilty of something.
Facts.
And they said anybody they catch on social media with tattoos doing any kind of like gestures of gang, they're gone. There's a guy, they said he's a soccer player, a baseball player. He's actually American. He was doing the signal for his soccer team in Europe. They dipped him. The guy can't even say who he is. He can't even say, hey, his lawyer is like, where is he? They don't even know.
It's crazy.
That's some, sorry to say, Danny, that's some fuckery, man.
You're right.
I can't believe it. Like, people made jokes, man, just don't go to the States, man. They might get you. But I said, I don't live here. I'm not planning. I don't have a green card. I'm not trying to get a job here. I'm here for a funeral and out. If it happens to me, Canadians will never cross that border.
I think about 80% of Canadians have canceled trips to America.
Oh, but there's still Canadians there, Nzo.
Yeah.
Nowhere near what would have been.
Yeah,
there's still some traveling. I think it's more business than anything.
Yeah, 100%. And then Danny was talking about Social Security, which is something that I think that Trump is going after too, because he already got rid of the Department of Education. So he signed the executive order for that, which, if you guys remember, was one of the key points to Project 2025, right? And then there was this. And we talked about this last week.
Wrongfully declared an 82-year-old man who was in good health as deceased. This has caused him to lose his benefits. He hasn't been paid for the past 2 months of his Social Security, and they even took out $5,000 from his bank account, claiming, sorry, we overpaid you because you were deceased. He's alive. Here he is, pictured below with his wife. His name is Ned Johnson, and they didn't even know that his benefits were going to be stopped. His wife did get a letter in the mail from the bank, and she thought it was just a scam because it was a letter of condolences saying sorry about her husband's passing. And she was like, well, this can't be true because he's alive and right here next to me. So they didn't do anything about this until the $5,000 was withdrawn from their bank. They went to their bank and they said, yo, what's up? And the bank said, sorry, the federal government has declared Ned as deceased. And they were like, what? They went to the Social Security office. They've been trying to fix this for months now. His benefits still have not been reinstated. MAGA, is this the fraud, waste, and abuse that you want us to know about? Are these the 300-plus-year-old citizens that you say are getting wrongful benefits? Because I'm not seeing that. All I'm seeing is people who are well and alive and who deserve these benefits, who have worked hard for these, who live off of these benefits, being stripped. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow.
Unbelievable.
You know what I'm saying?
And yet, he's still delusional, thinking that it's only Democrats who are making these claims.
Exactly. He thinks, and they're blaming the Democrats for like the Tesla stuff and all the stuff that's going on with Tesla. And I'm just
everything's
like,
Democrats, Nzo.
And it's like, bro, like maybe if you weren't so high up and like oh God Almighty, then maybe there'd be a difference. But you talking about all of the fraud that is going on with and he called it a Ponzi scheme. Did you know that, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Danny, did you know that Elon Musk called Social Security? Elon Musk called Social Security a Ponzi scheme.
I know one thing. I'm almost ready to see mine, so he better not mess with that Ponzi scheme. It's gonna be. It's gonna be some furniture moving. All I got to say.
Man. It's a lot of people at that age that get Social Security depend on it to survive.
I'm telling you.
A lot of them are retired. They're going to use that money to live on the rest of their life. My dad, for instance, lives off of Social Security right in his retirement. You take that away, this man, he can't go out and work. He can't do it.
Yep.
It's a shame.
People increases dramatically.
Somebody told me that if they do that, it's going to be a civil war, and I don't believe.
Of course,
I don't doubt it.
It's already messing with, like Nzo said, Department of Education. A lot of people got student loans, but I'm gonna say this: Democrats had a chance to stop this years ago when they had the power. If they had done what they were supposed to do, we wouldn't have to be dealing with Trump right now. Because they didn't, this is what we got to deal with.
What they're going to do, I think, I don't exactly understand his electoral college. They got to revamp that. I think that's where some of this stuff gets.
Oh, yeah.
Like the sleight of hand stuff. Because to me, it's the popular vote. Okay, if I like you or whatever, it's a vote for a vote. This electoral, I don't quite understand it, but I guess they're saying that some of these big states could swing the vote because of the sheer number. I guess a registered voters in there, but I don't quite understand that.
If I'm not mistaken, every state is kind of different with it. Some states, your electors have to go with whatever the popular vote is. Yeah. And in some states, the electors don't have to go with whatever the popular vote is. So
they're saying states like Texas, California, New York, because of the sheer number, I guess, registered votes in there, that they could swing this or swing that or something. It's crazy. I don't fully understand that.
Yeah. I think they should get rid of it.
Facts. We got a big vote coming up, Roberto. Who you voting for?
I couldn't tell you, yo.
Are you voting?
I don't know.
Yeah, this time I haven't voted in years, but I'm definitely voting.
What? Oh, you non-patriotic.
That's part of the problem right there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Always talk about voting this, vote that. You ain't voted 2 years. I don't want to hear no more. So I don't want to hear it no more.
That's why I fuss at my wife. My wife ain't voted probably since we've been married. I'm like, you can't complain then.
I voted since I was like 18.
Maybe we complain.
You voted since you were 18.
The complaint is, Danny, that no matter who you vote for, it's pure bullshit that happens.
You know what? But this is something that the town I used to live in one time was Florence. They was running for a mayor race, and it came down to one vote. One candidate had 200 votes. I'm using that number. One had 201, and they recount that thing about 4 or 5 times. But I remember that it sticks in my mind. The incumbent lost by 1 vote, and that always sticks in my mind. Like 1 vote can make a difference. So you think it don't, but in that particular race, that sucker won by 1 vote. And I mean, they recount that ballot probably about 50 times. But still came up 200 to 201. And he was mad, but he lost. So they think your votes don't count, but they count in some cases.
I'd rather that than be the idiot. I voted for this guy who just ruined my life.
Well, it's always like a game of dance, you know what I mean?
I'm going to do this, Nzo. I'm going to do this, Nzo. I'm going to do this, Nzo. Man, that's my guy. Nzo, sorry. I know I said I could do all those things, but I realize I can't now. So now I got to do you up the rear end like the rest of them. Okay, maybe vote for me.
That is
But in the United States, my lifestyle ain't really changed from one president to the other.
Because you only have 2 people you can vote for.
Huh?
No, I get what you're saying. And you know what? Me too. I
my lifestyle, since I've been a grown man, it was let's see, Reagan to now. My lifestyles ain't really changed. Prices go up here or there with gas and stuff, but I still went where I wanted to go. I still I complain about the groceries, but I still get what I want to eat. I pay a little bit more, but like to substantially see it like a different shift in my lifestyle, it has not changed that so significant from one president to the next.
Me neither. Same thing. 100%. That's why I say like a lot of people, they were like, oh, Trudeau's this and Trudeau got to go. And I'm like, why does everybody hate Trudeau for? I don't know. He legalized weed. He's good in my book. Like nothing he has done has affected me, right? And a lot of people complain about the carbon tax that he had. I don't drive, so the carbon tax never really affected me. You know, you know what I mean? Like I never had to worry about that.
You gotta pay a school tax. I ain't gonna no, that drives me crazy.
If you own your house, then yes, you have to pay school taxes.
Yeah, that's why I gotta pay it. But I hate that.
Yeah, 100%. And this is why Dandelion said, "I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Pierre doesn't get in. That dude is sleazy." That's exactly why I'm voting, because I don't want him to get in either. He's a Trump. Pierre.
Is Pierre that one guy that said that he's gonna cut the power off on us and laugh about doing it?
No. Pierre, last name is like Polyev or something like that. Yeah, Polyev. Pierre Polyev. He's a Trump
Canadian version of Donald
Trump. Yeah, exactly. He's a Trump supporter. He's like MAGA.
51st state. Here we go.
That's what I was thinking. That was thinking.
We might 51st state
might be the back end. Let's go get a Canadian.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna call Elon Musk right now.
Supposedly, he was like leading in the polls until Trump gave him an endorsement, and that shit sunk. His endorsement sunk, and now
you can't let this clown be influenced by him.
That's Carney. Carney went up, so that's who I'm voting for. 100%. You know what I mean? I wanted to play this
just like Trudeau.
Pardon me?
They say Carney is just like Trudeau. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? Everybody is an idiot. Pick one.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I just don't want the other guy to get in. That's why I'm voting. Now, one more thing I was going to say is, Danny, to be a mayor in a small town, I get the vote being like 1 or 2 vote different. But when we're talking about like president or prime minister,
but to tell you the truth, those are the more important elections.
You are correct
directly. So I care about who's my mayor, who's my councilman, because those are the ones that affect it. The presidential race election, in my opinion, has not put anybody in the poorhouse that I've seen. Everybody that I've seen, unless it's some kind of on their own doing, that's pretty much stayed their same level for as money and that kind of stuff and status. I haven't seen, okay, Reagan's in the house. Good Lord. JG, man, he lost his house. It wasn't because of Reagan, because of poor money management.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a president. What's he getting there? He made these laws or these controversial what's the word?
Controversial
laws or things that, oh Lord, I just haven't seen that yet. I'm not now. This right here, might be you're gonna see something. I guarantee you the Hispanics are seeing something now they ain't saw in quite a few years.
Oh, 100%. They scared to go outside, Danny.
I'm telling you.
I told you I don't even see him as much anymore.
Yeah, they scared
that
to go
video.
outside.
I hear Spanish. I'll be shocked. I'm like, what?
Y'all didn't like that video I played last week, man, but that is what's happening now. I'm telling you. That's
yeah,
what's
100%. Yeah. The way they're taking people off like that, 100%. But yeah, she said also Povier or whatever it is spent the last few years trashing Canada. We were actually doing pretty good. Yeah, that's why I don't like him. I don't want that guy to get voted in, and I'm gonna do my duty and make sure that I vote. It'll be the first time in like 40 years.
When is your election?
I don't know. They said they're gonna
it's in
put
3
it.
weeks.
Yeah, something like
if
that.
You ain't got your thing, you can't vote. Or is it's not like that in Canada? Because you got to vote. You got to have your registered. Probably
they send it to you. They send it to you. They send me.
You just got a
send
stack
me,
of voter cards just sitting up somewhere collecting dust.
Anytime there's a vote or something, they send you the registration, and you just gotta. It'll tell you where to go, and you can go and vote. But yeah, I haven't done it in a while, so I'm gonna do it this time. And then I'll tell you this. And Roberta, you can take my word for it. If I vote and this other guy gets in, I'm never voting again. I'm never doing it again. I'm like, fuck it, I'm done.
You hear that, Danny?
That don't make good sense.
Why?
Because the person you didn't vote for
doesn't get it. Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. So because then that means like no matter what, my vote didn't matter, right? Because he was gonna fucking lose anyway.
No,
so
that's the same way like how we do fantasy football. You don't win. You keep playing.
Yeah, that's different though.
How's it different?
Because I'm voting for the premier, right? So if I vote for
this is money.
Yeah, but it means if I vote for him, he doesn't win, right? Then it doesn't matter if next time if I vote because the guy probably won't win and my votes. You see, here's the thing. When you do the votes here, you have to win by 10% of the voting count, right? So you have to have a 10% lead to win. So even if I don't vote, you still got to get 10%. So my vote doesn't really mean nothing. Like it'll never be someone winning by one vote over here. So I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Dandelion said April 28th, I think. Yeah, let's definitely.
If you're not registered voters by a certain time, we can't vote. I think it's 3 months, maybe.
No, here I think they send you the registry. Like
they send it to us now, but if you don't register, like send it in, they send it back to you, get your card. If you're not on that list, they're not gonna let you vote.
No, for here, once you're on the registry list, I believe you're on it for life. I believe so. So you just they just send you every time you're going to vote, something like that. Check this video out because we talked about earlier about Social Security, and this is something with veterans. I think I don't know how old this is. It could be a couple years ago, but shit was heartbreaking to be honest with you. Listen to this.
Let me ask you this question: how much can you pay right now for this $350 fine?
I have.
Are you reaching inside your wallet?
I'm gonna have $30. Maybe I can pay right now.
Do you have a bank account?
No, sir.
So you have no checking account, no savings account. The only money that you have on you, the only money that you have as far as your net worth is the $30 that's inside your wallet.
Yeah, I know, Dandelion. I know.
So if I do like 10 payments of $30, I could definitely do that. I'm sure. I can start today if you need me to.
But you haven't had a job in a while and you're homeless.
I'll figure it out somehow.
You know what I can never understand? It's weird to me that we live in a country where people volunteer to join our military, but then when they get out, they're homeless, they can't find employment. You would think that a person who decides that, you know what, I want to serve my country would have the opportunity to find employment when they get out. You would think they would have the opportunity to find housing. but that's not the case. I think the number is somewhere between 10 and 15%, maybe even higher, of the people that we have on our streets are homeless veterans. Did you know that?
Yes, I did, sir.
And you said that you served in combat.
Yes, sir.
So I'm assuming you've seen some things that you wish you hadn't seen.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm still a police officer here in Mango Park, and I've seen some things, urban combat, for lack of a better word, but I don't think it pales in comparison to what you've gone through. And now here you are in a situation where your sister, you said your sister didn't have insurance, or did I not hear that?
I don't think we talked about it, but no, she didn't have insurance. No.
Now we have another situation where you have to come and pay this incredibly high bill. So, and that's put on the back of a veteran who can't find a job and is homeless. And I understand there are veterans out there who have jobs and they can say whatever, but I'm sorry, I just feel that's a terrible disservice. You decided that you would take that chance. And you didn't come home in a box with a flag on it, but you did come home to a situation where you can't find a job and you can't find a home. As a nation, we should be embarrassed about that. We really should. We should really be embarrassed. So this is what I'm going to do for you. You're going to pay the fine, okay? I'm not letting you off the hook. You're going to pay the fine.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to give you a deduction on the fine amount. So how about we pay $10 to the courts, and if need be, the other $20 if you want, you can go next door and get yourself something to eat.
Wow.
I'm confused. What does that mean?
Where's the confusion? You're paying the fine, are you not? You're paying the price of what you just did. You're paying the cost. You already paid a price. You went overseas, you fought, you got PTSD. You already paid the price. Yes, your action is inexcusable. You shouldn't do that. Don't ever do this again. But I understand you're trying to rescue your sister who is in a medical situation. It could have been life or death. You didn't know that. You paid a price a long time ago. You paid a price when you decided you want to sign on the line, and you're here. Because guess what? If you would have died overseas, who would have been there for your sister? Is your mom still living? Who would be there to take care of your mom? You understand where I'm coming from?
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Court's adjourned.
Will it be all right if I approach the bench? I'd like to thank you properly. If that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you want to approach the bench? Sure.
That's enough to make you want to cry, man.
Wow.
I did. I did. I cheered when I first watched that.
Wow.
Danny, since you're the veteran, what's your thoughts?
I don't know how old that is, but I do know that they have programs where they help you find a job. That's the only reason why I'm in my house. I got a VA loan where they pretty much, if you make a certain amount, they guarantee to back you. Like most people, you got to put down 10, 20%. I only had to put down $500. And at the end of the transaction, I got money back. So I don't know how long that is. I don't know what state that's in. I've never seen a state where the judge is a cop as well. That just don't sound right to me. I don't know if this is fictitious or not, but it is an alarming amount of veterans that are homeless. I think that's a shame. But I do know there are programs out there to help the veteran reacclimate back into society. And there are programs, and I'm living proof the VA loan works. In a pretty nice house compared to what I could have been in, because for years I rented. I just got tired of increasing rent. So I went through the program, and from 29 days later, I was in my house. So
right.
There are programs out there. Whether or not some veterans are educated to those programs or not, that may be a different question, but I do agree there are a lot of homeless veterans out there suffering from PTSD and other stuff. So
and
they should definitely get the help that they need.
And there shouldn't be. I agree with that. If you fight for your country, you shouldn't come home to be homeless. I could get it. Maybe the job might be hard to get because, like you said, some suffer from PTSD and stuff like that. But you should always have a home. Like they should have, as soon as you get it, hey, this is your new house. You know what I mean? JG, what are your
Not
thoughts?
even a house. If you like single, whatever. Because we talk, there's so many empty buildings in different towns, in different states. They could
an apartment. Yeah.
The government could refurbish those houses, those buildings and stuff, and make apartments.
100%.
But they really let them rot and fall to the ground instead of putting money in there and putting veterans in there. But it's
100%.
They rather
JG, what are your thoughts? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead,
They
Roberto.
rather it be an eyesore so people don't get comfortable where they are.
Are there a lot of homeless people in Canada?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hell yeah. And
you drive around the city and you see tent villages.
Wow.
And what they're doing now is they're starting to, because they would sleep in our metros, right? They're going to start forcing them out of the metro. Now, I get it. I do. You know, some people, you don't want to go to metro. Some of them harass you for money and stuff like that. But some just want a warm place to stay. And when it's winter time, bro, like, where do you expect them to stay? There's not enough shelters for them. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
Like, so I don't know, man. At one point, I understand it, but at the same time, I'm like, what else do you want them to do?
What's sad for us too is like sometimes these people and they're homeless. We have to kind of race them to the shelter because if you don't get there a certain time, they don't get a bed, and it's sad. That's one thing I do not want to be homeless. And I'm telling you, I'm a sucker. If somebody come to me and say I'm hungry or I see those signs, I've given so much money now, not bragging or anything, but I'm like, Lord, please don't ever let me be homeless, because that is that right there steal your soul.
There are lots here on the West Coast because winters aren't that severe. Yeah, but our winters are crazy sometimes, man. Like when we had that cold stretch, can you imagine having to live on the street in that, Roberto?
Oh my Lord, no.
You know what I mean? Like I
You
get
know what?
it.
I'll be building an igloo, boy. You like,
What's
I
that?
don't know about you, Nzo, but when them temperatures come around, the first thing I say is, man, I feel sorry for them people outside.
Yeah, me too.
Well, how do you think they survive?
And you know, the cities, the way these shelters are closing, and the city does nothing to keep, let alone, Danny. There's so many vacant buildings that they, like you said, they could furnish, build up and furnish and give low housing income, but they don't want to go that direction. They want to revamp the city and make everything new and fresh. Like they want to reboot, start all over. But all of those people, there's enough people, and it's not just us that have the cold, but every year you hear about people freezing to death, and that's not something you want to experience, man.
That's sad right there, bro.
It's very sad.
100%.
I remember someone froze at a bus stop. How many people took that bus and watched that person there, man?
Facts, 100%. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if you need to open up the metro and let them sleep in there at night to keep warm, then let them fucking keep warm in there. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Some of them harass and some of them, and those ones I can understand why you don't want them around. But there's some of them that. What, Danny?
Man, take that off. Every time I see that, man, I start laughing.
I'll tell you what about that, Elzo? What he got? He called me super. I suck more penis than Superhead.
Oh my Lord!
He said I suck more penis than Superhead. Tell him to take that off. I'm not removing this until he takes that off. Then I'll remove it.
And I am not taking it off.
I'll keep my mind up as well. I'm staying up there. You just have to be comic relief for the night.
Edmonton starts letting the homeless sleep in the subway when the temperatures drop in the winter, as they should. A homeless man cussed me out because I couldn't give him any money. They do that sometimes too. 100%.
If I was hungry, I might cuss you out too. If I ain't about 3 days.
Facts. I had that one too. Right. One time, this woman is like, "Hey," and ever since COVID, I don't really carry cash. Like before COVID, I always would take my money out the bank, keep cash in my pocket. Now I use my debit card more than everything, so I barely have cash. So when they ask me, I don't have. So one time this woman, it's like, "Hey, you got any change?" And I was like, "No." And then she turned around, she started saying, "Why the fuck won't anybody help me?"
Wow.
And I felt bad, but I'm like, I don't carry cash anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and I was going into the metro. I was going to, so it's not like I was have free time where I say, "Okay, come, let me buy you some food or something," because I probably did that, which I did before. But I like, you know what I mean?
And that's what a lot of my friends were like, "Danny, you give them money and they might be." I said, "Look, I can't help what they might be, but my heart ain't gonna let me go by."
Yeah, 100%. Like I say that all the time. Like, I'm not giving, because people at work, I'm not giving them any money so that they can go out and buy beer and drugs. And I'm like, yeah, but so first off, if you give them the money, that's your blessings, right? It doesn't matter what they do with it. Not to mention the fact that if someone who's been living on the streets, right, has this bad life, and you give him money to buy one beer, which is going to make him happy for that day, then what the hell is the issue? I don't see an issue with that. You know what I mean?
And on the other hand, so if you're going to buy some chicken from KFC or a burger or something, he or she might be in 2 or 3 days.
Absolutely, 100%. You know what I mean? So whatever.
Being hungry, boy, that ain't no joke.
Yeah, well, so whatever you could do, like as long as you help them, you shouldn't care what they do with it. You did your part. Now it's up to them to do their part. If they hungry, they go buy hungry. If they wanted to get a beer, they go buy beer. But if they get a beer and are enjoying that fucked up life that they have, then I don't have an issue with that. Enjoy the beer. I'm glad I could make you happy for that moment, because I know on the streets there is rough.
Now, if I give them that money and they go out and buy some weed, I'm gonna be mad if I find out.
Of course you would, but I wouldn't be mad at all. I'll be like, "Oh, get high, brother.
I'm gonna make you high. With this uppercut I'm about to give you, you're gonna be quite high."
If I give them money, they can do whatever they want with them, given without condition or judgment. I agree with you 100%. My mom called me a fool. Oh, wait. I did give a homeless woman $20 while I carried cash. Yeah, I would have done it too if that's the case. If you can afford it, if you have it to give, yeah, 100%. I don't know about $20, but I'd give 10, I give 5. You know what I mean?
My limit is about 5 or 10.
Yeah, same here. You know what I mean? Same here. So, Roberto, why aren't we going to be the 51st state?
Oh, that's the question?
That's the question I'm asking you. Yes, sir.
I think y'all will be 51st state. Look on them hats. Y'all be rocking. Y'all.
Alonzo ain't nothing but American on his body. Everything's all American.
As simple as this. It ain't happening.
What's that,
Roberto? Oh, no, Roberto. What kind of hat you got on, Roberto?
If you think it's as easy as placing a tariff to take over a country, I mean, so far, this guy has made a lot of promises that he hasn't actually kept. But no one's holding him accountable to that, right?
If they try to invade Canada, you fighting, Roberto?
I'm fighting if they call me. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, 100%. To get to kill some Americans? You damn skippy. Let's go.
Wow.
To the next level.
Wow.
I feel like you're putting me in entrapment, Nzo. I answered that, but then you're throwing me in the kill.
No, I'm speaking for myself on that one. I don't know about you.
No. Last week y'all said y'all stick together.
I wasn't there as a spy. I was actually there as a friendly Canadian, just minding my business, going to a funeral. There's nothing there that I want. Actually, I did buy some stuff because it's actually some nice stuff.
Recon.
My first kill is JG, boy. I'm coming for him. Like,
I'm gonna get your ass. I'm gonna get your ass, and I'm confiscating your weed.
I'm gonna walk by Danny. I'm gonna walk by Terrence.
I'm confiscating your weed. I'm confiscating that TV back there.
There's that motherfucker.
I'm taking all your hats and I'm putting them in the wash machine so they can be nice and clean when they on my head. Yo, Roberto, is that a San Diego Padres hat you got on?
San Francisco Giants.
See, Daddy, all American right above us. All American up there. All American. So come on, be the 51st state.
I was actually there. You guys were good people. This is when I think Biden was president. When was that?
I went to a San Diego Giants game. That was the most boring thing I ever seen in my life. Oh my God, I never go to.
I'm not a fan of. Listen, you see, baseball.
Baseball
is a sport that you could buy any hat you want and not be called a trader. I'm not a fan of any team. I'm a fan of their hat.
That's true. Yep.
Now, you do
that is a fine. That is a nice hat.
You do that shit with hockey, and you be eating nothing but rants. You trader, you turncoat, you this, you bandwagoner, you know what I mean, also.
Well, no, not really, but
the only hat I go after in any sports is a Dallas Cowboy hat. If I see somebody with a Dallas Cowboy hat, I'm saying something to them. I was going into this restaurant the other day, and that guy had a Dallas Cowboy hat. I said, "Look, sir, you're in my jurisdiction. I'm a law enforcement officer, and we have been told on site to arrest any and all Dallas Cowboy fans and deport them back across the board." "Oh man, don't do me like that." I said, "Yes, sir. If you don't take it off, you're about to ride."
You might as well take Nzo with you. Look like an Alabama fan up there with them colors he got on.
Donnie said, Mike, what's up? He said, fellas, now who attacked my future wife? Yeah, Mike.
Man, if you could deal with that headache, go right ahead, bro.
I ain't joking, boy.
I ain't gonna fight you for it. You can have it.
Wait, what?
I said it.
What football team? Pittsburgh, right?
Don't let us swear, because that eyelash gonna fall right on top of you, brother.
Would you wear a Baltimore Ravens hat if it was a really sick hat?
Who?
Nzo.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to football, you're only gonna rep your team.
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
I would never.
I don't know, man. I see a lot of people. If the hat fits the color of the outfit,
no. Like
I can't do it.
I like to buy a hat wherever I travel, and I will not buy a football hat unless I go to Washington.
Yeah,
same with basketball.
Same
basketball. You'll never see me wear another team other than Spurs. Never.
Yeah, you'll see me with other hats. I don't care.
Well, if you see me, if you don't wear no Spurs hat, I don't care how much the outfit is.
I have a nice New Jersey Nets hat that goes with the gold and black Jordans.
No, I wear a Nets hat before I wear Spurs hat.
He said he stepped down. Mark Curry is prime minister right now, elected at the end of the month. What did you say, JG? What did he say?
I said I wear a Nets hat before I wear Spurs hat. I'm so sick of them bland colors they be having.
A New Jersey Nets hat?
Okay. They had the same colors in 1950. I don't know, whenever they started. It'd be the same damn hat ever since they started.
Yes, and it's black and silver. And just by your comments a little bit earlier about Jasmine Crockett, we now know how you feel about black people. And that's why you haven't shown on your camera, because that's a white fucking man behind that avatar right there. Man? All right, chat? This is a white man we're talking with. He's pretending to be black. He's trying to infiltrate the community. All right, and he's
all I'm saying is
you put a close up like that bullshit Daredevil show, right? I got it. That fucking little James Harden fucking AI shit was trying to pretend he was black. We know JG is not a black man.
Ozo, do me a favor.
Time and time again. Yeah.
I tell you what, Ozo. If you do an entire scene with your hat off, I will put myself on camera.
I can do that easy.
And don't cut the crap off either. I want all that crackhead carpet head on your head. I want all that stuff showing. I want every ounce of it.
That's a bet.
I want that cursive M hairline on your head showing. I want it all.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No, man. I know.
I can do that 100%.
I'm joking.
But we don't want to. Don't be talking about, okay, I'm gonna do that, and then by the time next week comes, you got a fucking AI avatar of a black man, and you're pretending to be one. All right, we're not doing that. All right.
You know what I'm doing?
Get up, walk around.
You didn't do that.
Out of everything I said to you, Nzo, I say one thing about the Spurs, and you go, oh. I said one thing about the Spurs, and you go,
yeah. No, we ain't doing that. Yeah, we ain't doing
only
that.
Only thing I would wear with the Spurs, now I would rock an Iceman shirt. That's it was cold.
I ain't even touching that.
Oh yeah, Iceman. I
rock
you
guys.
I know like George Gervin. I know where that is.
Yeah.
I find it amusing that people hate cancel culture are trying to censor Crockett. Hey, listen, man. Like Danny said, it's because she's one of us. Because if that was a white woman doing that stuff, no one would say anything.
She ain't one of
Trump
you,
gets
Canadian. You a different black guy.
You see,
Yeah,
here we go.
You a different type
I
of
want to
Negro.
cut this off, but I want to touch that other topic. We're already
Which
like
one? The report.
10:47.
The reporter.
Yeah, I want to get into a Captain Orange moment right now.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
go ahead, Uncle.
To be honest with you, he didn't know about it, right? You heard about it, Danny?
During his tenure, he hired these clowns.
Yeah. His campaign. So basically, what happened was
news reporter in charge of the defense.
A news reporter ended up getting added to. Let me bring up this video. This is a long video, and I didn't really like.
But you know what I'm talking about, Captain Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Because Captain Orange came on late last night and early this morning denouncing this guy, denouncing the media he works for. He discredited everything about him and the company he works for, every article he wrote. Do you think this guy asked to be added?
No, definitely not.
Randomly had these things pop up on his phone.
Yeah, 100%.
They're making it like he hacked it.
But that's what they do. They lie, right?
That's what I'm talking about, Nzo. They lie, and there's actually Canadian Trump lovers who believe it too.
Yeah, I know, 100%. Let me see what we got here. What part I'm at?
Speaking to constituents in Republican areas. And Brett and Jordy, you know, when Donald Trump would always say during his campaigning, you know, or he just says in general, these are stupid people, right? He goes, these are stupid people. It's always projection and confession with Donald Trump because him and his regime are stupid people and stupidly dangerous people. I mean, what Hegseth, Mike Walls, what these people were doing, it is unforgivable. I mean, you look through these text message threads with these emojis. I mean, it looks like a group of people, what is this?
Wow.
Like a March Madness chat. They're like doing, a fist bump emoji, America, fire emoji. Good job, Pete and your team. The team at Mar-a-Lago think you did a great job. And then it goes into areas where they're talking about they're attacking Europe and they're saying things like, the VP, I fully share your loathing of European freeloading. It's pathetic, but Mike is correct. We are the only ones on the planet who can do this. Question is timing. I feel like now is as good as a time as any given POTUS directives. As I hear it, the president was clear, green light, but we soon should make clear to Egypt and they're going over, we're going over very detailed stuff. And there's some messages that Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief, didn't even share because it literally gave sources and methods of our assets and their names and identities, which would get them killed, Brett and Jordy.
And then they were talking about like a war, and next thing you know, America bombed someplace.
Yemen.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. That is absolutely 100% crazy. And like you said, Roberto, they're blaming the reporter. Like, what? How did he get added? Because you got to actually go and add the person. So it's either his number is almost the same number as someone there, like that was supposed to be added, or someone said, you know what, maybe we're going to leak some shit and added him on purpose.
You don't see that girl, the spokesperson for the president, that blonde woman who
oh my God. Yeah.
Where do they find these people? Like, it's almost like they're pulling hairs out of your ass to get you so uncomfortable. The way she talks,
I don't know.
She's like 100%. Lying in your face and making you feel like you're an idiot.
You're stupid. Yeah, I know.
The nerve of you to think that this is what took place. We did not disclose any classified information. Even though we did, we're telling you we didn't, and you have no choice but to believe it. You understand? That's more or less what she's saying.
Yeah, I know. 100%. 100%. When they were talking about the tariffs, they did interview to ask her about the tariffs, and she was like, "Oh no, She didn't really answer the question, and then she said, "And I don't appreciate you acting like I don't know how tariffs work." Well, you don't because you didn't answer the question. Dewan said none of Trump's cabinet is qualified. Absolutely. Daniel said he just picked off of Fox News. Blows my mind that they were conceited enough to think facts. And he says, blows my mind that they were conceited enough to think that they were qualified to do the jobs and accepted. About the Gulf of America promise. Anybody remember Mitch McKinney's promise? Yep. I'm still calling it Gulf of Mexico. 100%. I agree with you. 100%. And I just like, bro, like idiots. There's people like you're an idiot if you follow them. There's so many people on X that run around and talk like Trump is the Messiah. I don't get it. Like, I ask myself, right? And I swear, this is a question I ask myself. I ask if I'm seeing things the wrong way, right? And like, this can't be real. Why am me, like Roberto, and like a few others are the only ones that are actually seeing it the way it is, and then everybody else see?
The thing is, we're not. A lot of people who feel like us are somewhat afraid to talk about it because honestly, when I talk to people about it, the people I'm talking to, this is what they do. Yeah, so you feel that way too? Yeah, that. It's like, what's going on? Is there a program or a platform I'm not signing into? What am I missing now? Just when I thought I'm catching up to YouTube, I got to start doing this when I talk about the other side. There's not enough of us to talk freely that we got to worry that we might be overheard. And then what happens? Where would they take us away?
And they can't, and they talk about free speech, and then want to cancel people when the free speech doesn't go against like what they're saying. You know what I mean? You go against them, and all of a sudden you can't be saying that, right? But as long as you kicks in Elon and Trump's ass, you get away with everything. I don't get it. I ask myself, like, what am I seeing? Like, what's going on here?
It's happening here too, man. I sent you something on Instagram that happened in Ontario. A woman was visited because of some stuff she posted on Facebook. She was visited by the OPP, Ontario Provincial Police. And they made reference to something that she posted. And she's like, are you really watching what I do on social media?
Yeah.
So what are you telling me? You're going to put a post and you expect your fucking doorbell to ring with 5-0 coming there to tell you, Nzo, you know, you put the post about the Quebec that you're not supposed to put. You expect that?
Check your DMs. I got you, Mike. What did she post though? Because I've heard stories of like people posting stuff like, oh, you know,
I'm gonna blow up any government buildings and shit.
Yeah.
Stupidities. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
You guys have nothing better to do than to police that?
Yeah, I know.
Let me see if I could find it because that one blew me away. I had to say, oh shit, I don't know if I should send this to Nzo. We put any Canadian rhetoric like this. JG and oh, look, Canada ain't so perfect, ain't it? Oh, you know, I can see Danny now.
I got it, Mike. Mike said, it's about that fool trying not to explain how he added the reporter to the group chat and props. Can't believe that to Fox chick. I got you. All right, let's see this video. Let's see what we're talking about here.
Security advisor going on Laura Ingraham's show and trying to argue.
I think I've seen this, Mike. Yeah,
Jeffrey Goldberg.
I think I've seen this. Yeah,
there needs to be an investigation into how he got himself, how he snuck himself onto this Signal group chat. Like he did it. Hey, Mike, you added him. That's how he got onto it. You clicked Jeffrey Goldberg ad. But then he says, I could have never I'm not in communication with Jeffrey at all.
Entire cabinet. But how did a Trump-hating editor of The Atlantic end up on your Signal chat?
You know, Laura, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but of all the people out there, somehow this guy who has lied about the president, who has lied to Gold Star families, lied to their attorneys, and gone to Russia hoax, gone to just all kinds of links to lie and smear the president of the United States, and he's the one that somehow gets on somebody's contact and then gets sucked into this group.
Is someone in your intel? Is someone in your intel team trying to cause trouble here? Because that's the scuttlebutt out there.
Look,
that
we have people. We have people. No, look, this is a great group. The president has a great team. This is not first.
No,
term.
your team. I'm not talking about the other principals.
No. These were principals and a couple of staff that were coordinating. As you saw, having a policy discussion as we went forward, and
it gets so much better. Because Laura Ingraham sort of, even though she's totally on his side, has to ask these questions.
Let's see if we get the rest of it. Here we go. That's crazy though, bro.
So your staffer did not put his contact information.
No,
but how did it end up in your
well, that's
phone?
what we're trying to figure out.
Okay, but that's a pretty big problem.
That is
if there are numbers,
we've got the best technical minds, right?
That's disturbing.
And that's where, I mean, I'm sure everybody out there has had a contact where it was said one person and then a different phone number.
But you've never talked to him before, so how's the number on your phone? I mean, I'm not an expert in any of this, but it's just curious. How's the number on your phone?
Well, if you have somebody else's contact and then then somehow it gets
someone
sucked
sent
in.
you that
it gets sucked in.
Was there someone?
No,
else
it doesn't.
You have a vacuum on your phone.
The person that I thought was on there was never on there. It was this
Who
guy.
was that? What person?
Well, I'm not. Look, Laura, I take responsibility. I built the group.
Okay.
So
I listen, Laura. What I want to say to your viewers, listen, hey, America.
Yeah, you built the group, so you're the one that added him, motherfucker. Like, what are we talking about here? Oh my God, the deflections and the lies and the people.
I don't believe him, but I got two phones and I have text somebody on one phone. And the response come back on the other phone. I'm like, how is that possible? Because I know I didn't put in. So I don't know whether if you got a person that got two phones, they can kind of somehow crisscross. But I've had that before, and I've had people complain about it having the same issue. Like, I text you on this phone, but when I respond back, it's coming up on your other phone. So I don't. But I do. I feel 100% you suckers monitoring that phone. And then the people at Apple, if you got Apple phones, they can manipulate them phones. Because it's too crazy how you be talking about, man, I wish I had some Ben and Jerry's in a regular conversation. And you cut your phone on, and first thing you're doing, here's a coupon for Ben and Jerry's. Okay, how you know that? But I think somebody in his camp, either he did it, not defending, but I do know that sometimes that phone can do some wonky stuff.
No, I got you 100%. It's true. Depends on what you post. Are you threatening someone in the post or suggesting others to commit violence? Yeah, exactly, Dano. Because it's not the first time I heard about that.
Oh yeah, I got calls. Somebody say something on Facebook, Secret Service be knocking on their door.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You're not going to post something with the police visiting you if you're incriminating yourself. You're going to post it because you're making the police look bad for coming to your house for stupidities.
What do you mean?
You'll see it's nothing. It's nothing that the cops should have showed up at your door for. It's just to show that they decide what is bad and what isn't.
I got you. The things with digging yourself into a hole is to know when to stop digging. Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? And listen, just own up to it. Be like, yeah, hey, man, I thought it was so-and-so's number and I added him to the chat by accident, you know?
Yep.
It can
but
happen.
They're all lying to back him up.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they kind of have to, Roberto. They kind of have to.
I would just say no comment. No comment. Speak to the guy who was involved. No comment.
And I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. Like, say for instance, I'm speaking to Roberto, JG, and Nzo, and then I want to talk this to Nzo, but I click on there and all I see is Nzo's name on there, but it don't show the rest. So I'm saying, man, JJ's a big head, knucklehead. He gets my dog on nerves.
Well, that all would be true.
And then next thing I know, oh my Lord, I done that a couple of times.
Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah.
I don't know whether or not maybe he was talking to this guy and then thought he was talking to this guy separately, but add him in a group chat. Now I've done that before. I'm like, oh Lord, this gonna
one time I clicked reply all by mistake. I wrote some shit about a client and sent it back to the client. That was like really fucked up. I don't know how I lied my shit out of that. But I didn't get fired.
Yeah.
No,
I did that at school, man. One of the teachers got on my nerve, and I thought I was talking to the principal. He sent it right to her, boy. She, not even 5 minutes, she's knocking on my door. Officer Graham.
Yeah, 100%. You got to be careful when you're sending the text. But like I said, own up to it. You know what I mean? Shit, you made a mistake. All right, fuck, everybody's done it.
I guarantee you've been talking to that guy privately, probably.
Yeah, 100%.
And then thought he was doing something else and forgot he was in the group, or either thought he was talking to him.
Because she was right. How do you have how do you have his number on your phone?
You know what I mean?
Like, because you've been talking to him 100%. But again, and the problem with this, and like we said earlier, is that a lot of people will be like, yeah, how did he get added? Oh, this guy is up to something. I can't believe it. We can't trust him because he's a Democrat. And I'm like, bro, like, use common sense. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
When you made a mistake, man, sometimes the best way to get out of that is just admitting to it. Yeah.
Facts.
Can I ask my American friends a question?
Go ahead.
Just come to set up.
No, I'm just curious. When did it get so bad between Republicans and Democrats that
Bro, I don't know.
To get to this level that it's at, because it's ridiculous that anything that's faulty, it's the Democrats.
I think it's the same side of the coin.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Democrats will try to pass.
I don't remember the Republicans. Sorry, the Democrats bashing the Republicans so much. Only in the point where they tried to pass rules or laws and shit, and they were the minority and they couldn't actually pass their own laws.
Or remember when Barack Obama was in presidency, it was all kind of personal things thrown out there towards him. That was non-political
stuff. Yep, and then they were intentionally. Nope, you ain't doing it.
That's what it started.
Exactly. And that one guy called him a tar baby on national television and all kind of stuff. And it was it
is that when it started?
Somebody called him a monkey. I don't know if that's when it started. It's always been mudslinging. I think now social media has gotten so broad and dynamic that we're seeing it a lot more.
It's crazy. Dudes everywhere gonna be using that wealth defense. Nah, baby. I don't know how her number got on my phone.
It wasn't
Facts,
me.
Mike. It wasn't me.
I was gonna say, what me?
I think a sting operation was going on. Interesting.
You know what? I don't even think it was a sting operation. I think he just messed up, added the number in there. You know, and he said, I'll take full responsibility. If it take you 10 minutes to explain what happened, no, bro, you lying. Just say
it could have been one of his people, like she say, trying to stir trouble up.
It could
be. I don't know how it got sucked in.
Exactly. Like if he's a Trump hater, he's reporting a Trump hater while you're talking to him and you work for Trump.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. So you have to ask yourself now, are there a few people in Trump's cabinet that are kind of, you know what? Let me leak this kind of information over here a little bit.
Yeah. There are double agents everywhere, bro.
Best thing Trump could do is fire him right now.
I'm gonna tell you,
fire him.
And to me now, this is just me, and I've seen this with other people. I ain't never done it, but when you talking to somebody on YouTube behind the back, and they're recording your conversation, that's a treacherous person, buddy.
Facts. 100%. 100%. I agree with you.
And I didn't seen that several times. I'd be like, I don't know if I want to mess with that cat.
Yeah, I agree. I never saw how Obama was a racist. Then once he became president, I kept hearing he's racist. He's racist.
I never heard that.
I never heard that one.
All I know is that he did get. I remember when he was president, they did a lot of things to him where I've seen people saying if they had done that to any other president, You know what I mean?
I'll never forget, man. He got off the plane and she pointing her finger up at him.
In his face. Yeah.
Like, then the other man, he threw a shoe at him.
That's crazy, bro.
George W. got a bush shit thrown at him too. They might dodge that thing so quick. I thought it was a Matrix.
Remember that one?
You throw a shoe, brother. You supposed to be in jail, boy.
He had some quick reflexes, boy.
Man, that man dodged that shoe so quick. I was like, damn, Bush got some moves.
You know why? Because that's what grandma used to pull up. Boy, you know what I mean? Woo!
That wasn't no regular. That was a loafer shoe too. That thing has a weight on it.
Facts. Mike said they were dragging Obama for his suit and his choice of mustard. Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, the tan suit thing,
Yeah. Man.
How tall is Roberto? Like 6'5"? Damn, that's a tall ass dude. That's a damn giant over there.
Either that or he live in a tiny house. Dude,
I would have to stand on a stool to reach that.
Oh my God. You see, that's why he's scared of you, Roberto. That's why he's scared of you. You see you standing up.
Roberto reminds me, he has a very stoic look like my dad has. So when I say something, he gets that look. I'm like, okay, let me back down. Nzo's like my uncle. I talk shit excuse my language, daddy. I can talk trash to him all day long. It don't bother me.
And just like your uncle,
and Danny's like a pastor, so I feel bad if I curse around. I'm like,
no, ain't no pastor.
With all the things that are going on with the pastors nowadays, Danny, like,
he's one of the good ones.
I try to live right. I ain't no pastor, no saint, buddy.
What was that, Roberto?
So what's going on now with the pastors?
Oh, the same old stealing.
Every time you see one,
other stuff.
One of the two of the biggest ones that I really follow a lot. TD Jakes, man.
Yeah, TD Jakes, yeah.
And Tony Evans.
And I seen one.
Tony Evans was my go-to boy.
And I seen one video. I can't remember what it was. I didn't save it, but man, this woman was slapping him up. The mistress was slapping up the pastor in church because he got her pregnant. You know what I mean? Like she didn't wait. She was in church slapping him up, bro.
Man, some of these preachers, man, they'll make you change, boy.
Last preacher I ever listened to consistently was probably Patterson, Bishop G. Patterson.
Yep.
And he actually went to his church, so that's the one I listened to. But everybody else, you ever seen them Nigerian ministers?
That's what
I saw a video, man. There were two dudes touching each other's tongues.
This guy is all up in a woman's.
Yes, it was a Nigerian minister. And man.
I'm gonna tell you one now who was very controversial. You ever heard of Geno Jennings, JJ? I mean JJ.
Yep.
Boy, Geno boy. Woo. If you ain't ready to go toe to toe with him with the Bible, I suggest you don't go on his show.
Yep.
That sucker boy, he be giving body shots, left hooks, right hooks. He'd be like, man.
Yeah, I know another one of those overseas ones. It's a female minister. Y'all probably seen the video where her thing was to like get rid of your scene. She had to suck her nipple.
What?
Ooh. Yeah, I swear. You had to suck her nipple. I went out like, hey, she wasn't bad looking either, so I might try to. I might go to that church.
JJ be at the altar. I need some special.
Forgive me, ma'am. I have sinned.
Shit, guys, we're gonna close it up real soon. Thank you for coming, Dandelion. I wanna give you boys. We'll do 2 freestyles. You guys can tell me which one you like better.
Oh my Lord!
All right.
So I sent you a video. You never played it. That video was funny. I was crying.
Which one?
That's what I don't see. You know which one?
That's Nzo Imo, bro.
Are you talking about Are you talking about the Jamaican one? Oh yeah. No, because I have it, right? I have the video. I just didn't upload it, but yeah, I have it. I know what you're talking about. I seen it already.
I always say, "Where you got?" I don't know. I don't even got it.
I got you. Listen, motherfucker. All right, first off, stop. All right, you moved off of our show as much as you mooch weed off of your friends.
Sir, you invited me on the show. You invited me on the show.
I did. What?
You invited me on the show. I ain't mooching. You invited me on the show.
Hold on. Yes, I did.
You on that Mike Wall stuff now.
No. Now I did. But now that I have a group chat with us, I be sending what you guys got. You know what I mean? Topics. JG never has a fucking topic.
That is a lie. That is a lie. That is
two topics. 2 times.
No, now it's 2 topics.
Yeah, 2 times.
Multiply.
2 times. 2 times, brother. 2 times. No, we ain't doing that.
I know one time I sent them 10 positive topics about law enforcement. I ain't seen them yet.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. Yeah, we ain't doing that. I even had one I was gonna show, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Trying to pump up Jasmine Crockett. If she walked around looking like Nancy Pelosi, who wouldn't hear nothing about Jasmine Crockett.
It's racist.
You wouldn't even have her on. You wouldn't even have her as a topic.
I rest my case about JJ being a white man. I rest my case. All right, guys. Freestyle number 1. Let's get it. Hold on. My bad.
But ain't him. No, that look.
First, second, and third base. We sliding home.
Let me bring it to the beginning.
I bet I fuck shorty on the first date. Fuck first, second, and third base. We sliding home for the night, baby. 9 months from now be a birthday. She ain't question me, she knowing what it is. It ain't a soul in the world that can fuck with this. Being humble, that's a thing that I struggle with. I'm like MC Hammer, y'all ain't touching this. White boy with some spice on him. We got green and red beans, Christmas lights on them. Hundreds all over the floor, I'm shooting dice on them. Fish drip so hard, I'm putting rice on them. Yeah, I put it right on them. Ain't no talk behind my back, I got my sights on them. Chop a blast and make his man's pour the pint on him. In the casket with the shoes, his mama likes on him. Damn. It's kill or be killed in my city. We live like the Squid Games. Try to play with my green at this red light to stop your ass dead in your tracks with a big bang. My bitches get mad that I'm tricking and fuck me about it. I guess it's a pimp thing. If she wanna eat Arby's, we got the meat. She gotta bring her a big plate. Oh, she distracted. I get paid to fuck hoes, money passive. Y'all can't even afford to pay attention to a bad bitch. All my bitches pretty, I might gonna run a pageant. Goddamn, 101, I need a patent. Got me saying 2, I think she in love with my accent. Fuck me on this money, that's a threesome you ain't had yet. Fantastic 4 money stretch like elastic, bitches.
What do you guys think?
I don't think that's off the dome, but who knows?
What was that purple thing on his head, man?
I was looking at the same thing.
You guys supposed to be listening to the rap.
The lyrics were tight, but I was more focused on what the fuck is that guy wearing?
Yeah, that one and the one behind him. I don't know what those hats were.
Woman be made like a nightcap on me.
Yep. I think it was.
Yeah, he had a couple good lines on that. Like,
yeah, that was nice.
We say if so many pretty girls would have like he could run a pageant or something. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the thing about
I don't know about the fish so good over the rice on. I don't know what that was about. But
what up, Andre?
Thing about Arby, Arby, we had the meat.
Yeah. Now tell me what you guys think about this one. What do you guys think about this one?
First freestyle.
Hey, why did it stop?
Did
it stop for you guys?
Internet.
You need some of that 51 stadium.
Hold on.
Stadium internet, buddy.
What the hell?
Need some American internet, bro.
Stop it. What's that, Roberto?
It's that sorry Slim Sadie beat that won't get played.
It's freestyle.
Yeah, but tell me what you think about it now. Because I don't like the beat either, to be honest with you.
See?
Not a huge fan of it.
Don't want to play.
Yeah, it doesn't want to play. Why doesn't it want to play?
Because it's the beat, man. Sorry.
Well, I'll have to have that one for you guys next week because for some reason it is not playing. But let me see if it plays like normally because I don't understand why it's doing that. But while we do that, Roberto, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Wednesday night, right here, 9:00 with my boys, them. JG Shaolin Terrific, Big Afford Entertainment. And sometimes we are greeted with our special guest, Mr. Road to Wisdom, Big D in the house, getting shit off our chests as you know we do. Live.
Yep.
Absolutely. Danny, where can the people find you, sir?
Mondays and Fridays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, The Road to Wisdom. Please check it out. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers this year. I can only do that with your help. Sometimes y'all allow me to come on here and have fun with y'all guys, which I definitely enjoy. To hang out 8 o'clock on Wednesdays, and of course, Strong 5 Sundays at 7 p.m.
Absolutely. Let's try this again because the video's fine.
First freestyle.
Well, that's not gonna work. With that being said,
ain't gonna happen.
JG, let the people know you're fighting, sir.
JG Shaolin Terrific, the undefeated, undisputed final boss of the 36 champions of Shaolin. What? Thank y'all for tuning in live for this fire stream Wednesday night on the O.O.C with the host Nzo, aka the Abbott, the Osiris of the Sheet, the Split King, and the Professor of Ganja. And that, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? That glistening skin, that shark semen right all over that face right there. And his lips, you see how they're brown? That's pig turd on his lips as a lip balm. Alongside the co-host Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Daddy. It's gonna be like, no woman, no cry. And of course, Tuesday nights, catch me with my homie Superwise with the Daredevil live watch parties. LPCP in New York. We got some fire things going on over there. It's really fun. And check out my uncle on the GGC. Still working on some things, but when it gets going, it's gonna be fun. And of course, the amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour, the man with some of the flyest suit games in the game. Nzo, please call him because you really need his help. The flyest suit games. One of the finest police officers to ever grace these great United States. Let me say it again. These great United States.
Wow.
Man who's always delivering that good message, ministering to the world. Dr. Says the illest, because he suffers from that realness. Simplify himself. If you smell what Danny's cooking.
With that being said, guys, we are going to close it up tonight. We got Roberto, the road to wisdom, and the monkey man himself, aka Porch Monkey JG Shaolin. We can't beat that. Peace, love, and hair grease, and we'll see you on the next one.
Where's the no?
When it comes to 6 months old, Jermaine Jr.